Well, okay, we're going to do adding whole numbers, and when we add whole numbers, we are going to start with our place value system. And remember what we talked about before about place values is that place values gives us the actual value of the number by simply knowing what place the number is in. If the number, for instance, is in the ones digit, or the first place, what we would call the ones digit here, that number would only have a value of just 8 ones. In this case, this is 8 ones. And then in the tens place, this would have a value of 2 tens, would be 20. And in the hundreds place, this would have a value of 4 hundreds, which would be 400. And then in the thousands place, we have a 7 in the thousands place, so we would have a value of 7,000. And to give you another example of that, I'm going to write just an arbitrary number on the board and show you how it works again. What do we have in the ones place? The ones place would be your place to the far right of the number, and the ones place would be, what do we have in the ones place? Well, of course, we have the number 1 in the ones place. And also, we have a flyer here too, so you guys, maybe that might make the video more interesting. But if we have a 1 in the ones place, and then we have in the tens place, what do we have in the tens place? Well, you can see I'm pointing to it. We have 2 tens, and 2 tens would be the number 20. And then in the hundreds place, the next place over, it would be 3 hundreds, and then you'd have, you're in the thousands place, of course, 6,000. And if we wanted to write that in an expanded form, we would say 6,000 plus 300 plus 20 plus 1. And that's what we would consider our expanded form. There, you could write it like that. I didn't want to run out of space there, so that's why I got smaller and smaller at the end. But you can see what I'm talking about. Now, if we're gonna just add whole numbers, really it's all about adding the numbers starting from the far right of the number all the way over to the left of the number. So from the far right here, we're gonna add this 8 to this 0. And 8 plus 0 would end up being 8. And then we go to the tens, we add this 1 10 to this 0, and then we're gonna end up being 1. And then I'm going to go to the hundreds. How many hundreds I have here? 500s, right? So I'm going to add this 500 to this 500, and 500 plus 500 would be 1,000. So I'm going to write my 0, and I'm going to carry the 1 in the 1,000 over here to the thousands place. So 1,000 plus 6,000 would end up being 7,000. So our number would be 7,018. Okay? And then the same thing is true here. I'm going to add these numbers here. 1, 3, 1, 3 ones rather, plus 0 ones would be 3. 6 tens plus 0 tens would be 6. And do I have any hundreds? No, I don't. So I have no hundreds here. And 0 plus 0 would be 0. How many thousands do I have here? I got 9,000 here and 9,000 here. 9 plus 9 equals 18. So I'm going to just put the entire number there. So this number is going to be 18,063. Okay, and here I don't have the place value, but I do have the numbers lined up. There's nothing under 1, there's nothing under the tens, but there is something under the hundreds place, right? So that 6 is under the hundreds place. There's nothing under the thousands place. So we're going to just make these into zeros. Let's just do this here for right now. I don't know if I need to put a 0 here, but if I put a 0 there, it would be the same number there, but I'm not going to do it. 6 plus 0 would be 6. 7 plus 0 would be 7. And 4 plus 6 hundreds would be what? 10 hundreds, or either what we call this 1,000. So that'd be 1,000. and 1,000 plus 5,000 would end up being 6,000, and that's how we add whole numbers. So I hope this helps.